everyone, I'm here with another mini review. I know I haven't been doing these very often. I've been so caught up with blogging stuff. I've been basically rewriting all of my posts so they will coincide with this plugin that is specifically for book bloggers, and it's taking a long time. So I've just been focusing on that. Haven't had time as much to focus on the channel, which really sucks. So the first book that I'm going to be reviewing is Retribution of Dyer by Shopaholic. This is the last book in the trilogy, and as you know, this book is waiting something that we've been dying to know what happened. How am I supposed to say this review without spoiling anything? Okay, let me think. Basically, Michelle keeps you on your toes until the very, very end. And I have to say she did it really well because I was flipping through these pages as fast as I could just because I wanted to know what happened to that specific character. And having some questions answered it was finally I was relieved that it actually happened. Like, there was some logical explanations, but I wanted it to be like a twisty-turny kind of explanation. It was too straightforward for my liking. There was a lot of science talk, and I was trying to wrap my head around it, trying to understand what it actually meant. But yeah, there was a couple of chapters in there where I was like, okay, it just went right through my head. It was all science talk, and I was just a little bit confused. But that's what Michelle does really, really well. She still keeps that mysterious element that happens in the first book, and oh, it was really, really good. Really liked Daniel. He was hilarious. He was just an all-around like funny character, and I loved seeing him speak, and him interacting with Myra was really, really, really funny. That ending really had me wondering. It kind of felt like it was open-ended. Maybe she can do another like companion series. I don't really want that to happen because I felt like it did end. I just don't know if it ended on a good note. Like, it was so open, and that's all I'm gonna say about this series. I gave this book a 5 out of 5. I loved her writing. It is very, very like fluid, and it just makes you want to like stab yourself sometimes. But yeah, it gave me a major book hangover, and I want to know your thoughts about it. Just please, no spoilers. And the second book here is Shopaholic to the Stars by Sophie Kinsella. What can I say about a chick lit book? They're just so fun, and I love Becky Bloomwood. I know she's a little like spacey and really, really slow sometimes, but I found her to be different in this one. She's a lot more, I want to say, selfish. She's a little full of herself, you know, trying to get what she wants. She steps on a lot of people's toes, and I was like, this is so not Becky. But in a way, I believe that's what Sophie was trying to say, that Hollywood really phased her and really changed her character. So I was glad to see that side of her, but at the same time, I really wanted her to go away. It was really long, but you know how fast Sophie's writing is. You can just like fly through them. She gets into the most craziest things, and it was just so funny. I love the fact that she also included her best friend. I love the fact that both Luke and Minnie, her daughter, are in this series. I love them too. They're just so funny. I love Luke. He's one of my favorite fictional husbands. He's just so tolerant of Becky. It just astounds me as to how accepting he is of her, and that's probably why he loves her so much, because she is this crazy person, and he loves her even though. I've been reading this series since it came out, when I was randomly picking up this book in Costco, and I just love this so much. It's just so funny, and I love Sophie. She's amazing. I was basically starstruck meeting her. She's so nice. She's so nice. I gave this one a 4 out of 5. +1 by Elizabeth Fama, and this is about an reality where people are separated by workforce from night and day. So the night people, they work labor jobs, labor intensive jobs, and they're not, you know, well off. The day people are mostly like doctors and, you know, scientists. They're all pretty important people, and they come out during the day to live their lives. The separation between these two, I want to say not factions, but like different lives, it was just so, it's kind of sad that they had no interaction with the other people, just because there was this whole reasoning behind the fact that, well, I don't want to say it because it's part of the plot, but I just felt it was so sad, and it did really feel more like a dystopian read. I like the fact that these two characters don't have instant love. There is none of that. They actually really hated each other so much so, and they didn't really end up liking each other as friends until the very end. So that one was really, really interesting. It's fresh and new to read about characters that don't necessarily like each other, and I kind of loved it. Elizabeth has this writing that makes you just want to like finish the entire thing in one sitting. It's very gripping at times. I really did like the mystery that was surrounding this whole thing. There was a little bit of action, there's a little bit of slow parts, but most books do have those. It wasn't the whole thing, so I really, really enjoyed it. And look at this gorgeous cover. It's probably one of my favorite covers of this entire year. I love it. So I gave this one a 4 out of 5. I hope you guys liked my mini reviews. I hope to be doing these more again. So I'm not going to be doing them like by genre like before, just because I read so much, and I might as well just, you know, just put 3 book reviews in one. So you'll have to watch them as much. Until next time, bye book nerds.